took a still image, which was the Trinity right here, still image. We then created this. How's it going, everyone? And in today's video, I'm going to show you how to create a basic moving interactive logo for your videos, for your channel, whatever you want to use it for, maybe even a lower third, whatever the case may be. Something simple, nothing too complex. Anyone can do it if you just follow along. Let's get right into it. If you already have your logo, go ahead and skip to the part of when I actually start showing how to create these effects, the interactive effect. If not, stay tuned and watch how I just did it. If you followed on in the last video, I'm using the same clip I did in the last YouTube video I created, or the last tutorial. And I'm just pretty much going to go in there because then I'm going to make another video right after using the same footage. So yes, we're still stuck with the same footage. So this is what we're going to be working with. You're going to want to find whatever image, logo, whatever it is you're going to want to use to make this effect. I'm going to start with the base PNG file, base image I got. Shout out to the Telegram groups for making this art, and Das Bomb in the community. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to right click. You're going to want to open. First and foremost, I have 3 logos here, assets, whatever you want to call them, that I want to imply in any other footage, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and copy this. You can do this by a couple ways. You can either come to the clip and hit Control C, then hit Control V, but then that's just going to copy and paste somewhere else. I like to actually come to the clip, hold Alt on the keyboard, click and drag with my mouse down, do the same thing again, and there's my 3. The reason I am putting 3 is because I have 1, 2, 3 logos. I could just do one of the logos, this post chain logo, this hex logo, or this post X. I want to do the Trinity. Notice the name Trinity. And now I'm going to start masking out to get rid of the background. So I'm going to start with the first top layer. I'm going to open this infusion page simply by right clicking and hitting open. Then I'm going to come over here to my polygon tool right here. I'm going to select it. I'm going to add it to my median in, and then I'm going to hide it. Don't worry, you still do the mask. Even though it's hidden, you would just reveal it in the post. Now this is my favorite part, I guess, because I can never see my cursor when I record with OBS in DaVinci. I don't know if that's just a me thing. If anyone else has this problem, please do let me know, or how to fix it. Look, simple as pie. There's one mask masked out. I'm going to finish out masking out the rest of these. And I want to cut in right here. What I'm doing here is on this middle post X logo icon, whatever you want to call it, whatever floats your boat. There's still a little bit of the background in between the logo. What I'm doing here is I'm just creating multiple polygon masks within the one polygon mask. Coming right over here to the paint mode, instead of merge, I'm going to hit subtract, and it's going to completely take it away. And that was only specific into the post X one, simply because it had that little gap. So I'm just going to finish up this last one, which would not take long at all. Right click, polygon mask, hide it. Once again, zoom in. We're just going to come here, zoom out, boom. It doesn't have to be perfect. You have soft borders you can do, border width. Just get the general area knocked out. Boom. And now I officially have my logos sitting here. Once again, this can be used as a watermark. This can be used as just a logo, an intro logo. It's a base form, nothing special, nothing crazy. Just if you just want to get some interactive in your footage, this would be a nice way to do it. The one thing I like about DaVinci Resolve is they have multiple effects you can do here, right? One of my favorite effects I like to use in a lot of my footage, if you look at my segments that I do here on my channel, is called the foreground wipe effect. I think it just gives a nice little effect. And also with DaVinci Resolve, you can stack these effects. You don't only have to have one effect and that's it. Just stack them, right? And I'll kind of show you what I mean by that. But that's what we're going to do here. So go underneath video transitions, scroll down. I'm going to add in a foreground wipe effect. You can use any of these effects. You can use a crash zoom if you want, which is going to just boom, pull that up. You can do a luma wipe on the other one, as you can see, and then you can just do a pan right on the other one. So those are just little mini effects that you can stack. I'm actually going to keep it simple myself. So what I'm going to actually do is one of my favorites is the foreground wipe. If you want to find it, video transitions, foreground wipe, and add it. I'm going to go ahead and add it to all three of them. For the Pulse X one, I believe that's the Pulse X, right? I'm going to actually invert this wipe. That way, two of them go in one and the middle is going in. So it kind of looks like it falls in together. Let's see how that looks. Boom. Just like that. So now we already have an interactive base logo. You can use this for any single thing. This is how it can look on a clip coming into a video. That can be like an opening logo. Whatever the logo is, I'm just using these. If you have a better logo, 3D logo, whatever the case may be that you're doing, great, it's gonna look perfect, as you can imagine. Just follow along as best as you can with what you have. So now we have the same concept, boom. Now I will do like the camera shake effect. What you're going to want to do is you're going to come down to the effects tab. You're going to want to add in an adjustment clip. Once you add in the adjustment clip, you're going to want to go to open effects, I believe. Yes, underneath open effects, look for camera shake and then adding a camera shake. What I kind of like to do is select my adjustment clip, go to the effects. Underneath the global blend, I want to add a keyframe right here and I'm going to make that 0. I'm going to go back one keyframe on my timeline by simply hitting the back arrow on my keyboard, and then I'm going to make it 1. All that's going to do is going to shake the camera, shake the effect all the way up until it's done with the foreground wipe. And you can make this, you can play with this to like the pan out amplitude. Yep, amplitude. And make it look like what's going crazier. You can hit the motion blur if you want to add motion blur. Motion blur always makes things look a little bit better. You can also add in a motion scale to, I believe, how much it goes crazy on. And then you can upscale the speed if you want more of an impact. Boom. There you go. Now, I want to hide the camera shake effect because there's one more thing I want to touch with you guys, okay? You can also add in little effects. Say if you don't have a natural official logo made and you're just taking an image offline that you're just using currently for the time being, or whatever the case may be. We all start somewhere, not to knock anyone. Okay, now I just masked out these logos from this image I just took off the web. Now I want to add in a little bit more effects. Let me show you what you can do here. Underneath effects in DaVinci, no, open FX is what I'm looking for. And here you can add in, for instance, a drop shadow, right? So let's see if we can find a drop shadow. You can also just type in that little bar like I did, select the tab, drop shadow. And now you can see the Pulse Chain one has one. I'm gonna click and drag into the Pulse X one. And I'm also gonna click and drag to the Hex one. And now I just created a little bit of a more of a good looking logo design to have in my video, whether that's for an intro opener or for a watermark. I will show you how I use this for a watermark instead of a intro. Okay, another thing, a cool little effect you can do with all this is right click, open it up in Fusion Page. In Fusion Page you can add in a glow node. Simply hit shift space on your keyboard. I'm gonna type in glow, add. Okay, and then what you can do here is you can hit merge under, and then you can also hit the glow size up. What that's going to do here, come back to our main page, it's going to simply add a nice little glow effect to whatever logo, whatever image, whatever it is watermark you're using this effect for. And then I'm going to right click and do the same for all the other ones, simply just because I do have 3. And then you can do it again for the other ones, right? Open in Fusion Page. I'm just going to hit Control V, and now they all have a nice little glow effect. Another cool thing we can end up doing here is adding a blur to the background. Say if this is an intro that I'm going to be using for an intro logo, all I'll do is clip right out the end where I have it finished, the last fade in. I'm going to go into open effects. I'm going to click and drag a Gaussian blur here, and I like to use the motion blur effect, which you can do something in this nature, right? Take it, instead of messing with the keyframes here, I like to simply go to the global blend, and all I'm gonna do here is keep it blurred all the way until about that first one start to fade out. And this is, once again, this is only because I have 3. You find where you want your keyframes to go, and then I'm gonna click this next keyframe at 0, that way that Gaussian blur comes out. Boom. Alright, and that's how I would use this set of logos, icons for an intro. Coming in, boom, and then your video starts. Okay, that's how I would do that for an intro opener, an interactive logo, whatever the case may be. We took a still image, which was the Trinity right here, still image. We then created this, and you can even add in, this is what I mean by stacking effects. Everything I just did, I just stacked on top of each other, and you can add in your little camera shake. Really simple. DaVinci Resolve, it's a free software. Just look it up online, download it for your PC, your Mac, your Linux, whatever operating system you have, download it. It's free to use. You can do all this for completely free. I don't have the studio version of it. I use strictly the free version, so everything I do, you can do too. And that's what I want to create tutorials on. Help others who are inspired to do the same concept as well. If you're interested in editing, not even in a deep edit, just basic edits. I create these created clips with basic edits. It's that simple. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comment section if you have any other questions about this, if I need to revise some things again, or if you want me to add in, maybe go into more complexity, make it actually moving, rotating, 3D, whatever the case may be. Let me know in the comment section below. I do appreciate you guys who are supporting the channel, and I also support on the Twitter profile in the community over there. Massive support. If you know what this is, if you know these logos, you're a real one, okay? I'll catch you next time on the next tutorial I upload.